Hello students, welcome back. We have been studying from the chapter Life Processes. In the last class, we have studied about transportation in human beings. If you have not seen that video, click on the link above. In this class, we will study about transportation in plants, xylem, phloem, and the way they work. Let's watch. Transportation in plants. Photosynthesis, as we know, is the process by which green plants transform light energy into chemical energy. The soil is the nearest and richest source of raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals. The absorption of these substances therefore occurs through roots. So roots become very important as they carry raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals from the soil to the higher part of the tree. And we have studied about photosynthesis in our previous videos. If the distances between roots and leaves of a plant is small, energy and raw materials can easily diffuse to all parts of the plant body. But if the tree is tall, the diffusion process will not be sufficient to provide raw materials in leaves and energy in roots. A proper system of transportation is therefore essential in such situations. As you can see, the tree is pretty tall over there, so just the process of diffusion is not enough for the plant to survive. So therefore, a proper system of transportation is needed. Let us study about this. Smaller plants need less energy during the process of photosynthesis as compared to large trees which need a much more efficient transport system. Plant transport system will move energy from leaves and raw materials from roots. The two pathways, xylem and phloem, are constructed as independently organized conducting tubes. Xylem is one of the two types of transport tissues in vascular plants. The basic function of xylem is to transport water from roots to stems and leaves, but it also transports nutrients. The phloem transports products of photosynthesis from the leaves where they are synthesized to other parts of the plant. We will study about these two in detail. Transport of water. In xylem tissue, vessels, tracheids of the roots, stems, and leaves are interconnected to form a continuous system of water conducting channels reaching all parts of the plant. You can see that the water is being extracted, is being absorbed from the roots, and the water flows towards leaves, stem, and other parts of the plants, and water evaporates from the leaves. The roots absorb ions from the soil, which creates a difference in the concentration of ions between the root and the soil. Water moves into the root from soil to eliminate this difference. In the picture you can see roots take up water from the soil and transport it to higher parts of the plant. The steady movement of water into root xylem creates a column of water that is steadily pushed upwards. This is the upward movement of water in xylem. In plants, there is another strategy to move water in the xylem upwards to the highest point of the plant body. Evaporation of water molecules from the cells of a leaf creates a suction which pulls water from the xylem cells of roots. In the picture you can see water as being evaporated from the leaves. Veins carry water into the leaves once again. The loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. When transpiration occurs, water is lost through the stomata. This water lost is replaced by water from the xylem vessels in the leaf. Transpiration helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in it from roots to the leaves. Transpiration also helps in temperature regulation. During the day, the transpiration pull becomes the major driving force in the movement of water in the xylem. Transport of food and other substances. Phloem. Let's talk about phloem now. The products formed during metabolic processes of photosynthesis also move from leaves to other part of the plant. You can see the downward movement of sucrose. This transport of soluble products of photosynthesis is called translocation, and it occurs in the part of the vascular tissue known as phloem. The translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells both in upward and downward directions. Material like sucrose is transferred into phloem tissue using energy from ATP. For example, in the spring, sugar stored in root or stem tissue would be transported to the buds which need energy to grow. Besides the products of photosynthesis, the phloem also transports amino acids and other substances. These substances are especially delivered to the storage organs of roots, fruits, and seeds and to growing organs. Thank you.